guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are all doing well. So today I have my November favorites video. Hopefully I can get this up in a timely manner. Like, hopefully this video goes up before Christmas. I have a plethora of different things to talk to you guys about. It's not just beauty. I have some other things that I have been loving. So let's jump right on in. All right. So I don't have any skincare products to talk to you guys about today, just because I really haven't been trying too many new things. But I do have one thing that I've added to like my health and wellness routine, you might say. It is a supplement. This is fish oil. I'm sure you guys are all familiar with fish oil. This is Spring Valley fish oil. I got mine from Target. This is 100 milligrams. That's the amount in it. Not the amount in it, but that's like the concentration of it. 100 milligrams. Strength per soft gel, you know what I mean? Okay, so I started drinking this about a month and a half, almost 2 months now, and I feel like I've noticed enough change that I wanted to talk to you guys about it. I started taking this as part of like my dietary supplement. I take One A Day Women for my women vitamins. I take this, and then I also take vitamin C. Those are the supplements or vitamins or whatever that I take on a daily basis. But I noticed something special when I don't take this. So I've been looking at myself and just kind of seeing. I went off of them for like a week and I noticed a difference. So fish oil in general is good for high blood pressure. If you have high blood pressure, fish oil is something really good to take. I don't have high blood pressure, but it runs in my family like crazy. I think everyone in my family has high blood pressure. I don't think it really has anything to do with like weight or anything like that, because I've got tons of siblings who are like smaller, so I don't think it has to do with that. I think it's hereditary. Both of my parents have it, so I just feel like it's something that's like in our blood, that just runs in our family. So this, number one, is good for high blood pressure, so I take this to kind of regulate my blood pressure so that I can keep it at bay and I can keep high blood pressure away for as long as I can. Hopefully I'll never get it. Also, this has omega-3 in it. Omega-3 is not something that the body naturally produces, so you have to get omega-3 through like your food. The last thing that I want to talk to you guys about this little pill right here is something that I've noticed. I don't know if this works for anybody else, but I've noticed it. I'm somebody, when I gain weight, I gain a little bit everywhere. So my body is pretty proportional. So let's say, for example, I gain 5 pounds. A little bit of it is gonna go on in my butt, a little bit in my legs, a little bit in my toes, a little bit in my fingers, a little bit in my eyelids, a little bit in my nose. You get what I mean? Like, I gain weight proportionally everywhere. But I've been noticing as I've been getting older, I've been gaining a little bit more weight around my middle, and I do not want my middle to be any bigger than what it already is, okay? I have been trying to keep that under control. As you guys know, I work out 3 times a week. I do Couch to 5K, which is a running app. You guys can read all about it. But I do Couch to 5K 3 times a week, sometimes 4, but I've committed to 3. It helps me run, keeps me in shape, keeps my heart healthy, and all of that good stuff. But I've noticed that if I eat something that's a little bit too salty, or if I go and eat a little bit more carbs than what I usually will, I've noticed when I take this, I don't get as much bloat and I don't gain as much fat around my stomach. So this kind of helps me keep my stomach nice and trim. So I really, really like this for that. I've noticed that on the weeks when I'm doing everything I'm supposed to do, and I even step out of line a little bit and have something that's a little too salty, or something that's a little bit too carby, I noticed that my stomach, when I measure it, it does gain. But I've noticed since I've been doing this, even if I fall off a little bit, as long as I don't fall completely off the wagon and get ran over by the wagon, you know, I notice that this really helps me keep nice and trim, or as trim as I can get, being a size 16 right now. It keeps me nice and trim in that area. So I really, really like this. Enough rambling about this. All right, the next thing I want to talk to you guys about is going to be a beauty sponge that I've been trying. You guys saw this in one of my previous videos. I was doing a review for the new Maybelline Super Stay Foundation. So this is the Juno sponge. This is what it looks like. It's a microfiber sponge. It's blue, as you guys can see. It's microfiber, so it feels very velvety. This is supposed to apply your makeup flawlessly. It's supposed to be kind of like the Beauty Blender, help you blend out your foundation, and then set your makeup, and you know what the stuff that sponges do. So they sent me this to try, and I've been trying it for a while now, and I've got a really big love-hate relationship with this. The reason why I love this is because I use this to apply all of my thick, full coverage foundation. Like when I want my face to be super perfect, like today, this is a sponge that I go for. Compared to the Beauty Blender is super porous. It has a lot of pores, and sometimes I notice that my makeup can get sheared out a little bit too much. Like if I want full coverage, the Beauty Blender is sometimes not the option I want to go with, just because it shears everything out. This one does not do that. The flat side just pats the makeup in, but on the flip side of that, this will not shear your makeup out. So if you are wanting your makeup to melt into your skin and to be more skin-like, this is not the one you want to pick up. This is going to give you, on top of the skin, full coverage shield foundation look. I've only had this for a couple of weeks, and as you guys can see, I don't know if you guys can see, but it is ripped. It is ripping at the seams. It is ripping apart. I like it. Then again, I don't like it, which explains the love-hate relationship that I have with it. The next thing I'm going to be talking about are going to be a couple of foundations. These have been the two foundations that I have been wearing a lot. One of them is very new, so but I already know that I love it. Unless something drastically happens, I think I'm going to keep loving this foundation. This is going to be the Maybelline Super Stay full coverage 24-hour foundation. I have a full review on this foundation. I will leave it up here in the iCard so you guys can click on that and go check out that review. I have a wear test and everything for you guys, so you can go watch that video. But I've been using it since I made that video, and I absolutely love this foundation. It's amazing. It's quickly become my favorite drugstore foundation. So if you want to hear all about this guy and why I love it so much, make sure you go to that video and check that out. The next foundation I've been using is a high-end foundation, the complete opposite as far as prices to the Maybelline one. Is going to be the Dior Forever foundation. I absolutely love this foundation. It gives me such a perfect finish. I was using this almost every day before I got the Maybelline, and I've kind of put it aside since I got the Maybelline, but I really, really love this foundation. I feel like it makes my skin look perfect. Like the coverage is beautiful, but it doesn't make my skin look like I have too much product on. I heard a lot of people talk about this, and I'm glad that I finally got it to try it. The one thing that I do not like about this is the color range. The color range is absolutely awful. Dior, you guys have to really work on your color range. The formula is beautiful. I am right in between 050 and 060. I do have it in 060, but 060 is a little bit too orange for me. If they mix 060 with 050, that is my perfect shade. So Dior, this has been out for a while. I think it might be time for you guys to go back to the lab and cook up some different colors. Expand it, Fenty it. Okay, since we're talking about complexion products, I want to talk to you guys about a concealer. So this is the All Hour YSL Concealer, Yves Saint Laurent. I think mine is in the color 6, I want to say. The writing on here is very weird as far as like the color. I think it's number 6. I know it's the darkest color. Is it the darkest color? I believe it's the darkest color. I really, really like this concealer for a couple of reasons. I like the fact that it's not a super heavy concealer. So I like to wear this concealer on days when I'm wearing a super heavy foundation. When I'm wearing a heavy foundation, that's already covering most of my dark circles. All I need to do is really just a quick highlight. So I like to use this for those days. It's lightweight, blends out easily, it looks beautiful, it lasts all day. If you are somebody who likes a super heavy concealer and you have a lot of dark circles and dark spots to cover, you're probably not gonna like this. This is very, very lightweight. It doesn't have a ton of coverage to it. Lately, I've been wearing a lot of full coverage foundation, and I just need a concealer that's gonna come in and just highlight me and not add an extra 10 pounds of coverage on me. The next one is gonna be an oldie but goodie. For the last few months, I was really into like loose powders, but I'm slowly getting back into pressed powders. Don't ask me why. But this is going to be the Smashbox Photo Filter Creamy Powder Foundation in number 9. And this is what that looks like. This is what I use to set my makeup. This is what I use to set my makeup with today. I really like the finish of this. I feel like it works really, really well with full coverage foundations. Again, just because it doesn't add too much product and too much powder onto my face. It's supposed to be like a filtering powder. I don't know about all of that. Like, my face looks pretty regular after I use this, but I just feel like it gives my face a really beautiful finish. My makeup lasts all day, and I just like it. It's not too heavy either. So the next thing we're gonna be talking about is a bronzer. I wear bronzer all year round. I wear bronzer in the summer, the spring, the winter, the fall. Doesn't matter what it is, I wear bronzer. I wear bronzer more than I wear contour. And I've talked to you guys about this bronzer before, but I just wanted to bring to you guys again because I've been reaching for it again like crazy. This is the Becca Sunlit Bronzer. I talked to you guys about it in a past favorite video, I want to say, but I've been reaching for it again just because it's winter time, and I feel like whenever I start picking up a lot of my winter shades as far as foundation, which are a little bit lighter and a little bit more yellow, I tend to really like a reddish bronzer on top of a yellow foundation. I don't know why, I just like the way it looks. But this is in the color Maui Nights, and this is what it looks like. It is what I have on my cheeks. It looks really red in the pan, but when you apply it, it doesn't apply that red. So I really like it. If you guys haven't tried this bronzer yet and you love bronzers, definitely check it out. So it is no secret that this year I have been quite obsessed with fragrances. I feel like in almost every favorite video this year, I've had a fragrance. I am overloaded on fragrance. I am like running out of room. I don't know where else to put them, so I'm gonna slow down on the fragrances a little bit. So my recent favorite fragrance is going to be this one right here. Isn't it gorgeous? This is Valentino, and this is the fragrance of Valentina Blush. I think there's a Valentina Pink, a Valentina Blush, and a Valentina something else. There's 3 different Valentina fragrances. This is one that I got. I feel like the bottle is absolutely beautiful, and even though it screams more like spring, I like it. It smells like unicorn farts. It's very sweet, but it's a sophisticated sweet, so it's a grown woman sweet. It's not like that obnoxious like cotton candy fragrance. I forgot what the name of it is. I don't like that fragrance. It's not like that. So this is sweet. It's for the grown sexy woman that likes a little bit of sweet in her life. So I really like it. It smells delicious. I always feel like I smell so delicious when I have this on. So that has been my favorite lately. All right, the last thing I want to talk to you guys about is going to be a bag. So I have to tell you guys a little backstory to this bag. So I was on Snapchat one day minding my own business on my day off. One of the girls that I love watching here on YouTube, her name is Delam Beauty. Her name is Kathy, but her channel name is Delam Beauty. She has a great sense of style, and I love the little things that she picks up. So she showed this on one of her favorite videos, and I was like, what? I need that right now in my life. So I clicked the link to go buy it. She's based out of London, by the way. I clicked the link to go buy it, and I think because she's based out of London, the bag was not available on the US website, and it's from Zara. So I was like, okay, I need my hands on this bag. So I think I called like 6 Zaras that day, and I found one that still had it in stock. I ran up in there, got it, and the rest is history. So this is the bag right here. It is absolutely beautiful. I have been wearing this bag like crazy. So you can see it's a very small mini bag, and it is a belt bag. It does come with its own belt. This is what the belt looks like. So it's kind of like a modern age fanny pack. Is that what it's called? I think that's what it's called. I don't use the belt that it came with. I use my own personal belt just because it has gold hardware on it, and my belt has gold hardware on it. So I feel like it works really, really well together. It also has these 2 little thingies here where I think you can just put it so you can just wear it over your shoulder. But I love wearing this as like a belt bag. It's so cute. I love it. It's like a waist bag, belt bag. I don't know what to call it, but this is what it looks like. It's a very small bag, so I use this when I go out and I don't want to carry like a ton of things. That's what it looks like on the inside. Anyway, that's what it looks like. You can't fit a bunch of things in here, but you can definitely fit like a little bit of makeup, cell phone, lipstick, things like such, and then you tie it around your waist. Thank you, Kathy, for showing this in your favorites. It's become one of my favorite bags. I love carrying this, and then the little lion head detail is just gorgeous. All right, guys, that is it for my favorites video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Make sure you thumbs up. Let me know down below what you love loved in the month of November, and I will see you guys in my next one.